guys! You guys! Can you hear me? Listen closely. What does it say? To me, say 고양이. Among Us. Fuck. What does he do? Do your dance. Some person duty. Yeah, nothing is close yet. I might need to fix the power because it's quite annoying me. Why don't chase me? Where was the fucking body? Where was the body? Who? I am not live. I'm not Phantom. I am not Phantom. Yes, I am not Phantom. Where was the body? Accused. Yeah, I feel it might be imposter. It was self-report. No, it was not self-report. No. I feel she's suspicious about him. Yeah, because is he an engineer or imposter? Because engineer can vent. Oh my god, I'm waiting. God damn it. Oh my god. You guys have been for 3 minutes here. And why did people... How to fix stuff now. I feel tears me formal. I feel tears be so formal. I wish I I was at anything. I was at no. I was at no. I was at no. I was at no. Okay, part 2 was supposed to be my first video, but it was too long.
Hey, Stinker! You look like Stinky Finger! What the fan made? What's that? His tongue is stinking out. Fan made. It really looks better than another one.
Guys, this one actually hurts. The $2 man is no longer with us. He passed away at 29 years old. And yeah, the internet was already doing the internet about it. Jokes aside, that voice was legendary. Instantly recognizable. Absolutely dope. You heard it once and it lived in your head forever. He turned a simple delivery line into a...
So, I think he's actually not building an intercom, as everyone says. He's actually not. And he's actually. He is not. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, man. He's actually not built different. But he did.
This is how many people do these things every single day. Number 1, 2 billion people take a shower every day, which means 6 billion people don't. Share this video with someone who doesn't take showers. Number 2, 6.8 billion people pray to God every day. So if you're one of those 6.8 billion people, you're doing something wrong. And number 3, 1 to 2 million people watch my videos every single day. So if you're...
Okay. What did I just make drop?
Agora jogos de posição no trabalho.
This cat was extremely scared of water, so his owner decided to teach him how to...
Okay. I used to react to DJ Cook. And I subscribe to him too. And subscribe to... Oh! I forgot to subscribe to him. Subscribe. DJ Loves Life. This kid seriously needs help. DJ go.
You want to make a game, but choices get too hard. AI creates casual games, turning their ideas into gameplay in seconds.
Okay, so there's been this game that's been going viral around YouTube. I don't know why. It's a game called Party Clicker, and it looks really fun. But apparently, every time you click this game gets scarier. I don't even know. What's up, dummies? We're about to react to 1,000 mosquitoes versus blood. I just saw this video. That is insane, bro. This guy got 1,000 mosquitoes, and he just fed them blood. Dude, what the hell's gonna happen when you feed a bunch of mosquitoes blood? Dude, mosquitoes love blood. They're always like in the summer, they're just always sucking me up. Yeah, that sounds insane. Anyways, we're just gonna watch this educational video. We're gonna figure out how many mosquitoes do blood, whatever. Just check this out.
1,000 mosquito eggs, and in just a couple days, they're going to hatch into 1,000 actual flying mosquitoes. I'm going to be doing the most interesting experiments with, like feeding them.
So this was only processor, and the mosquito didn't suck the blood. That's the only thing I'm gonna share. But DJ, I think already knew that because he posted this video. I know it.
Anyways, right now the mosquito eggs we have are dormant. All they need to hatch is a bit of water.
Bro, how the hell did this guy get 1,000 mosquito eggs? Where the hell did you have to go? Who did you have to pay? And who the hell even sells mosquito eggs.
Yeah.
They sell mosquitoes? Bro, what?
I'm gonna try mosquito eggs.
Wait,
Water, Oreos inside, assortment, and basically literally, only if you can adding water. Check out this area right here. A tiny little white speck started to poke out from the top of this single leg. Everyone, this is a mosquito larva, also known as a wiggler. Yeah, you can probably tell why they're called wigglers based on how much they wiggle, but over the next few days, this will eat food and literally evolve into a fully grown mosquito. It's actually one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
This is a fire video, bro. I didn't even know mosquitoes started off as like little beans, bro. Look, there's like little beans. They turn into like a larva and then they start wiggling around. Dude, this is gonna be a dope video.
Yeah, I almost forgot. We don't just have one. We have 1,000 mosquitoes that we're gonna be raising. And only a minute later, another wiggler started to wiggle out. Then another. Soon enough, this tank was starting to get overrun with our new pets. To be so careful in this video. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Literally 1,000 mosquito larvae are right here. But if we want them to turn into real mosquitoes, there's a couple things we gotta do to speed up their growth process. Of course, starting with feeding them. And I don't even know what these things eat. I mean, they're practically microscopic at this stage. Yeah, I mean, I guess let me just search what do mosquito larvae eat. Enter, and it looks like they eat microscopic organic matter. Oh, I actually have an idea of how I can do this. This is fish food. Yeah, not super special, but for when the larvae are this small, it works perfectly to crush up into tiny little pieces. Immediately after dropping in some of this crushed food, it sinks down to the bottom for the larvae to start eating. Since the larvae were just born about an hour ago, they're still so unbelievably small that it's just so hard to see. But you
How do these little larva things? I don't even know what that. How are these little baby mosquitoes? How do they even know how to eat? Like he just gave them fish food. They just like crack out of the egg or crack out of the shell. They're like, I want to eat this fish. Like how the hell do they know how to do that? Who taught them how to?
the shape of its mouth, if you look very closely right here, it's insane.
Get the best of Korean skincare on Ninja Beauty.
Excellent.
It's insane how there's an actual life in something this tiny. Anyways, you can see they tried to eat most of this food, but it's still a bit big. So once it dissolves into the water, it'll become even easier for these guys to eat it. But things get fun quickly, because these wigglers more than double in size every 24 hours. If we come back tomorrow, these guys are going to be a lot bigger.
Bro, what if we came back tomorrow and there was just a bunch of mosquitoes flying around this room being beat off?
Poor terrorists just woke up. The mosquitoes are probably bigger now. I haven't really checked though. But I've even zoomed in yet, and wait, you can literally see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you can't tell by this footage, the larvae are so.
That's disgusting. This dude just has a bunch of mosquitoes in his room.
Bigger now. And when I turned on my camera to record them in detail, I was amazed by how much they grew literally overnight. Before, this was the most zoomed in footage I could get of this guy. But now, the larvae almost filled up the entire frame. And look at how much more detail they are. This black bulb at the bottom is their heads. And they're so big already, we can make out their mouth a lot easier, and we can even see their tiny little eyes. These guys are so cool, because you can literally see how their mouth works as a little boat motor, essentially. They can just use it to slowly drift among the water surface.
Wait, they use their mouth to swim? They go like... What the? I'm learning more and more every single day, bro. People have been begging me to do more like educational videos. We're learning together, bro. This is dope. I mean, I don't like mosquitoes, but that's cool.
Sometimes they'll even curl up and start sucking up microscopic food particles from the surface. Okay, well this video is all about doing the funnest experiments with the mosquitoes. So next up, I want to test their light instincts. Because if you didn't know, adult flying mosquitoes are...
Let me first right here. If people don't like to read, but if you never watch this video, when they're baby, they don't like yet, I think, because let me check copy. Okay, let me play the video.
Extremely attracted to light, warm light. I was wondering if that instinct starts when they are babies. Well, to figure it out, I turned off all the lights in my garage and watched what they did. Pretty quickly, the larvae actually started to rise to the surface way more. If you remember, most of the larvae were spending most of their time together, sort of near the bottom of the tanks when the lights were on. But yeah, with the lights off, they all like to be on the surface, apparently. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Now, what I want to do is take this super bright studio light and position it pointing right at the side of the enclosure. So that way, there we go. And we can see they're blind. Literally, the second after turning on this light, like magic, the larvae started to migrate away from it, and they all started to gather up on the right side as far away from the light as possible.
Wait, they don't want to be next to the light? I thought that mosquitoes like light, so maybe as they grow up, they like the light more?
Wait, so these guys are moving away from the light. That's interesting. The fully grown mosquitoes, they'll completely swarm light. I just said that. Larvae, and they will completely avoid it. So to confirm my theory, I turned off this light and moved it over to the right side. And immediately, the larvae did exactly what I thought they would, and they went back to the left side. Since I could kind of control where they were, I thought it'd be funny to kind of just swap the lights on and off on each side, and, an exercise. Listen, okay, I gotta train some strong, capable mosquitoes for when I put them up against a pile of blood. It's gonna be so interesting. That is actually so cool to watch how they do that. Apparently they do this because they don't want to get eaten by fish, of course, and if they're in the darkness, then it's obviously harder for the fishes to see them. Interestingly, while I was doing that last test, I go and stir the floor around like that.
Wait! Mosquitoes are born in water? I just realized this. Mosquitoes know how to breathe underwater? What? I thought they were like bugs.
And you can see there's tons of what almost looks like just dead mosquito larvae that is just drifting around in the water. I was worried for a second. I thought something was going around killing all the mosquitoes. But don't worry, I actually figured out that these are not dead mosquito larvae. You see, what these are actually the old skin of our current larvae. You see, these guys apparently shed off their old skin 4 times before becoming a flying mosquito. Basically, it's just like how other animals will molt. There's just time to grow bigger. So of course, now that I know that, for the next experiment, I gotta see if I can capture on camera a shot of them molting. Basically, what I'm gonna do is go back to the back of the enclosure. Basically, that's gonna cause this larvae to go and swim to the front. Then I can keep my camera moving for 24 hours, and surely I can capture one of these guys molting and get a shot for you guys. So yeah, I recorded this for like 2 hours, and after thoroughly reviewing all of the footage, none of the larvae actually shed their skin, unfortunately. But obviously, I was not going to give up. So I spent hours actively recording with my camera, watching every single larvae at the water surface. Apparently, they only molt out their skin when they're hanging upside down from the top. And after about 2 hours, I found this larva. You can tell he was about to molt by the fact that he was hanging upside down for a pretty long time without moving. And every now and then, he would try and twitch to squeeze out of his old skin. If you look very closely right here, you can see his old skin starting to slide up and off. And this white part right here is his new skin underneath. But after watching this guy for like another hour, all of a sudden he just started to float down, and he fell all the way to the floor and completely stopped moving. Yeah, apparently the molting process is actually really grueling for mosquitoes, and there's a chance that they can use all their energy while doing it and die, which I guess just happened to this guy. Of course. Doing it and die, which I guess just happened to this guy. Of course, this was not going to stop because I kept recording for longer and longer until I eventually caught this footage. Keep in mind, this is literally the first footage on the internet of a mosquito larvae molting because of how hard it is to catch, so we can't complain about how trash this footage quality is. But anyways, you can see it started to shake up violently, and it started to slide out of its old skin. This dark part is his new skin, and eventually he was able to fully slide out, and only his molt was left behind. It's so cool to watch this happen, and after it does, his new larvae swims away and leaves the old skin behind, which that skin will probably get eaten by another larvae very soon for some protein. Let's go! I'm so happy we discussed that. But in fact, I just spent so long trying to get that shot that almost all of our larvae now are pretty much fully grown, meaning yes, so we're about to have 8,000 mosquitoes hatching in just a matter of days. And about that, it would be extremely illegal and just really bad if mosquito escaped, let alone 1,000 mosquitoes. So I have a feeling next time we build some sort of containment system, oh man. Now thankfully, I had this big tank sitting in my garage, which would actually be a perfect fit over our current tank. So when the mosquitoes hatch, they won't be able to just fly away. But obviously, there's a big opening on the bottom, which would be bad if we had to move this. All the mosquitoes would get out. So what I did was put our current tank in here while the big one was sideways. And then I got this piece of clear acrylic that I'm going to be able to attach to the front. When I attach this piece of acrylic, it's going to make sure no mosquitoes can get out.
You better hope it don't break.
Massive holes right here. Well, what I'm going to do is this. And as you can see, I just put mesh in each of the corners so, you know, air can get in. But I left this hole open in the middle so I can put a little door here so we'll be able to put stuff in, but mosquitoes will be able to get out. It's pretty simple to make though, because all we're going to do is attach this little sleeve contraption I made and put a clamp on the head. Basically how it works is if you want to put your arm inside, you go ahead and take off the safety clamp like that. And basically what you do is while you're holding it still, you got to carefully stretch your arm inside, and then boom, when it's around your arm, it's very airtight, and you can go ahead and put your arm inside. And you see I have access to here, and the mosquitoes won't be able to get out. And it's very easy to go and take my arm out, keep it shut, and then I can go and put the clamp back on. After I had my dad silicone the acrylic on, boom, this containment system is done. But guys, there's actually something
That's dangerous, bro. Like, bro, you're playing with fire here, bro. One mosquito gets out, bro.
I'll tell you about these mosquitoes. In their life cycles, there's a whole nother stage of life before becoming mosquitoes that lasts about a day. When I came back the next day to my tank, I noticed they were already entering it. My gosh, guys, look at what I just saw. Take a look at the larvae in here. See these little circular things swimming around next to the actual larvae? Those are the pupae, and that means they're about to hatch. You see, these pupae are also called tumblers because, well, they suck around when they sense potential danger nearby. But the coolest thing is how these guys look. They got these weird, scary-looking eyes. They got little horns that act as snorkels for oxygen. And, of course, they look way different from a larva with that cool shrimp-shaped body. And if you're wondering how it looks when a larva turns into a pupae, well, this awesome footage from Backyard Bugs shows it. Basically, the skin splits at the thorax area, and very similarly to how the larvae mold to a new pupae slide out, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yes, sir. These guys are so cool, but we haven't even gotten to see the coolest part where they literally crawl out the pupae, and it's like an alien movie. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't think that shot's gonna be too hard to get, because we're on like day 8, and check what has just started.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's a mosquito. Meaning there's like 3 mosquitoes in here right now, so it shouldn't be long until we have much more. You see, the pupae get darker and darker as they get closer to turning into a mosquito. So since this pupae is bright white, I know he won't be hatching anytime soon, but these pupae here are extremely dark, meaning the mosquito is right under that skin, ready to crawl out. So to make the shot even easier to get, I'm gonna suck all the darkest pupae up into this little pipette and put them in this container to make it easier to record. Now, since the mosquitoes have already started to hatch, I actually had to use the door I made to get my hand inside so they wouldn't escape, and I used my little pipette to start sucking up as many of the dark pupae as I could and put them into a temporary container, and I started to film. Thankfully, the pupae hatched within only a few hours of turning black, so it was literally only about an hour of recording till I caught this on camera.
Hold on, bro. If you Isn't the mosquito gonna fly away?
No, where this pupa here started to straighten out its tail. This makes a little tunnel here for the head of the mosquito to start squeezing out. It's so nasty, but you can see how this area here just keeps inflating. The mosquito is literally being born in front of our eyes, and you can see how it's leaving the clear pupa skin behind. All of a sudden, his little mouth pops out here that they use to suck blood, and soon after, you can see his wings popped out as well. Oh my gosh, guys, this is insane. This is happening all right now. Finally, the legs stop sticking to the body, and bada bing, bada boom, that's how a mosquito is born.
Bro, he's probably so sore. Like, he was in that little thing with his arms like this, and then he gets out, he's like, ah. It's like driving in a, you ever done like a road trip? It's like 20 hours sitting down.
They stand here for like half an hour while they wait for their body and wings to harden up. Unfortunately, I am not allowed to just let this guy fly out. Yeah, when you hatch mosquitoes in your house, it is just illegal to let them escape. So I'm gonna try and move them into this tank, but if I can't do it, I do have this here. But thankfully, I didn't have to use that since it was super easy to just grab it with tweezers and let it loose in the containment system. W mosquitoes, bro. That was one of the coolest things I have seen. Well, guys, it's been another few days. I'm proud to say we have 100 200 plus mosquitoes now. I mean, we got tons just flying around. We got even more just sitting all over the glass. And that's not even to mention all the mosquitoes just hiding around. Now, I can test these guys with my last 2 mosquito experiments, starting with sticking my hand inside of the tank of mosquitoes. But in addition to...
देखो इस साइक्लोसिनोन हर्बिसाइड ग्राइंडर का कमाल। घर के सामने के सभी ग्रास बड़े झाड़ को इसके गहराई वाले
tank of mosquitoes. But in addition to my hand going in there, I've also got a couple kinds of mosquito repellent, so we can test if these things actually work. Okay, that's about to get bit. So I started to apply the first mosquito repellent to my arm by spraying chemicals. You see, mosquitoes are insanely attracted to the scent and heat of human skin, but somehow this
like bug spray on, bro. Most bug spray is toxic.
stuff completely blocks all of those and messes with the mosquito senses. Usually when I stick my hand in there, I shouldn't get bit. Well, I guess let's just do this. And as I stuck my hand in, I got very nervous. I hate mosquito bites. They're flying very close, but yeah, I don't think they can even sense that this is a hand right now. Yeah, I literally left my hand in there another 30 seconds, and not a single mosquito even landed on it. Well, normally they would definitely be swarming it. Dang, this stuff works good. If you need some mosquito repellent, I recommend this brand. It's not sponsored or anything, but now the second mosquito repellent I want to test. Well, you see this app right here?
let me just slide on in here. I mean, don't punch my wire. I'll do it. You think you're hard? Wait, what? Don't do that at home. Don't do it. There, we're safe from all liability. My lawyer's on the phone. He called me. He went, upgrade my local vest, upgrade my minigun, upgrade my rocket.